Hello, lovely souls. Welcome. My name is Samantha James. If you guys are new here, hi, how are ya? And if you are returning, hello, it's good to see you again. It's been a while. I'm just gonna leave it at life has been crazy, and we will leave it at that. But I am back, I am here, I'm excited. I have new videos coming up for you guys. I also have some Christmas themed videos, which I'm super pumped about because it gives me a chance to debut how punny I am. You know, no pun intended. But today's video is going to be all about your future spouse. We just kicked off Sagittarius season. I'm all up in my feels. I want to know all about the romance in the air, and I'm very interested in this topic right now. So this is going to be about your future husband or your future wife or your future sister wife or whatever floats your boat. We're open to anything and all things that come up. We have 4 piles: pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. You will have the option to extend. The extension is going to be when will you meet this person and where. So that's going to be like the details. In this video, we're going to talk about who this person is, what they're like, what their relationship is like, the journey towards them, all of that great stuff. So you will have the option to extend if that's something you're interested in, but in the meantime, enjoy, sit back, relax. It's going to be kind of lengthy. I want to get all of the tea, all of the details that I can. But in the meantime, I will see you guys at your pile. Hello, group number 1. What's up? Welcome. Hi, how are you? It's been a while. Ignore the fact that I don't have nails on. I've been taking a break, like a long break from getting my nails done, but I am this fucking close to getting them done because, you know, like, do you ever look at your hands after getting your nails done for so long? Like, if you get acrylics and you're like, what are my hands? Like, do people look at my hands and like, like, they're so, to me, they're so stubby and just gross, you know? So that's me. Why are we here? We're here because we are going to be talking about your future spouse. I am, you know, all interested in love, and I'm super interested in this topic, and I have only done it, I think, like a couple times on the history of my channel, and I want to do it again because, you know, I just really believe in love. Both me and my person's parents have been together for 35 years, literally like the same amount of years too. So we both really believe in marriage and, you know, finding that person. I think it's all interconnected with our destiny. So I'm excited. We're going to get into it. You have the option to extend. The extension is going to be when, where, how. We're going to get location. We're going to try and get dates, details, things like that. But in this video, we're going to talk about your person, who they are, your relationship with them, your journey towards them, all that great stuff. So welcome, welcome. I hope you guys are doing well. As per usual, I'm going to start with your oracle. Let's get into it. So to start, we have Destiny. Now, I knew this fucking card was somewhere, but I didn't know that it was in pile 1 at the very top. So hello, hi, we're talking about Destiny, just like I said. Like, I knew it was, like, I'm not gonna pretend that I didn't know this card was here, but like I didn't know it was like here. Destiny. We have obstacles and challenges, but it was in reverse, which I'm gonna note in my head, but I'm gonna keep it in the upright. Also, how cute is this candle? It's like, I'll try and show it to you. It's like a moon. I'm like, it's like a moon. We have solitude. We have the sun. We have 7th chakra archangel Uriel. Pay attention to the numerology as well. I don't like to be like announcing it all the time, but it might be significant to you. We have patience, gratitude, friendship. For your archetype oracle, we have mystic, angel, goddess, and lover. And this really did come out this way, so I thought that was really cool. Like, I mean, these are all really, obviously, like mystic, angel, goddess, lover, like those are really great cards to get, but it really came out this way for your pile. So I kept it. I didn't want to like put anything back just because it looked too good to be true, but it did happen. So we have imagine, and I'll correct if we're not in frame. I'm gonna make sure. We have serendipity. We're a little outside of frame. Okay, beautiful. Gorgeous. All right, we're here. So group number 1, I have not pulled your tarot yet, but let's start with this beautiful oracle we have in front of us. I mean, lots of purples, lots of pinks, reds. To me, those colors are very symbolic of mysticism, passion, igniting love. We have that 7th chakra, the crown chakra. This could be the color of your aura. This could be the color of their aura. So group number 1, your future husband or wife, your future spouse. So let's start with the journey towards them. With obstacles and challenges, which kind of came out in reverse, but I can read it both ways. I feel like up front, this is gonna be a person that you meet who is a part of your destiny. So without saying, I definitely feel like this is a soul connection. And that's not always the case, right? Necessarily. I could do a reading, I don't know this, but I could do a reading for a pile, like your future spouse, and in 5 years, y'all could get divorced. Like, it could not work out. Like, I'm just talking about who your future person is. The candle's going crazy, by the way. And I'm not talking about anything further than that. But this doesn't seem like that's the case. This doesn't seem like the type of thing where it's just strictly a marriage or a mistake or a lesson or someone that you're going to be with for 5 to 10 years. This seems like a mate, like a soulmate, someone that you have a contractual bind to, someone that you are supposed to meet along your destiny being kind of your life path for this incarnation. And I do feel like you guys, group number 1, are the type of people that already are pretty spiritual. Obviously, hello, hi, you're here on a tarot video. There's something to be said about that. And I feel like you guys are pretty woke. You've been on this journey. You've awakened probably a while ago, and you've just been ascending ever since. But that journey towards healing and ascension and being awakened has been quite lonely. Maybe you guys have been single for a while, and if not single, maybe you have just really been, you know, like a cosmic warrior, just going through obstacles and challenges and trials and tribulations, and it's like, oh, when am I gonna meet my person? And like, I feel you. I feel your energy. I feel that you guys really, you know, yearn for this kind of blessing in your life. You guys definitely strike me as a type of people that are lovers, like romantics at heart. Like, you truly believe you're gonna meet your true love, your mate. And, you know, I think that there's cynicism sometimes that clouds that. Like, you guys are like, well, maybe that's too good to be true, or, you know, but I think at the end of the day, you guys are optimistic. And you have every right to be. So I guess the reason why I'm highlighting those things about you is because it's for a reason. You know, you're optimistic because intuitively with that crown chakra, you feel your person. Like, you feel that you're gonna have a person, a mate, a marriage. You know it in your kind of soul that this is a part of your life path. Now, is it hard to predict because all of your reality says otherwise? You're single, you're going through a bunch of bullshit, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it probably seems very hard to assume that. But I'm here on this tarot reading, you're here watching this. We're confirming that you definitely will have a future husband or wife, and it is a very special bond. This is someone that, you know, I guess you could say parallel to your journey, is also supposed to meet you along their destiny. You guys are kind of fit for each other. So I do feel like you could be meeting this person, especially if you're not single right now. No offense. I'm not gonna say like you're gonna break up with this whoever you're with right now, but I do feel like your journey towards them is gonna be at a time where you are least expecting it, and that's kind of the circle of life. That's kind of the balance of chi. It's just happens that way when we release our grip on things, when we release expectations, they just fucking magically happen. So I definitely feel like when you're at a time in your life where you're single and you're in solitude. That could be spiritually, and that could also be like not by choice. But I think that you guys, because you're so spiritual, because you're so optimistic, whether you're single or not, you are taking that time to be productive in your healing, in your ascension process, and therefore you are simultaneously manifesting a really good energy. And I do feel like this might happen at a time you might meet this person where there are certain obstacles and challenges in place. You don't know where you're living, you don't know where you're going to school, you don't know where, if you're moving or staying where you're staying. Like, there are certain things that might not seem so set in stone. And it's not going to happen in this picture perfect way. Again, we'll talk more about this, like when and how in the extended, but it's not going to happen where you like meet this person where it's like super convenient for you. It's going to happen where you are ready for this on a soul level, but in your reality, in your consciousness and not your subconsciousness, you don't feel like you're ready. It feels inconvenient. It feels like you're at the precipice of something, but you're not quite there. This is not going to be those cases where you've like established your career in nursing and you bought a house and you are ready to mingle. Like, it's not going to be as straightforward and as ABC and structured as you guys might want it to be. It just seems like this is gonna happen maybe at a time where it's like, what the fuck, I was not looking for this person. But that's probably for the best, because they are gonna come into your life and make it worthwhile, especially at a time where you think it's bleak, or at a time where you feel like, you know, not like that good about yourself. And I know that seems strange, like, well, why would I want to meet someone when I don't feel good about myself? Well, because they're not just somebody, they're your soulmate, they're gonna be your mate. You guys are gonna meet at this level with each other and grow together. I do feel like this romantic connection is going to be just very happy. Like at the end of the day, you guys are gonna be best friends. There is gonna be a friendship here that is indelible, meaning there is no other mark that can be placed on it. You guys will have such a strong bond as friends before lovers. Now, that's not to say like, oh, your romantic relationship isn't strong. That's to say that there is a solid foundation of respect, and there's a solid foundation of understanding between each other where, you know, you guys are a match. Like, you're two peas in a pod. You can laugh at things, you can chill together. It doesn't have to have the pressure of like, we must dress up and I must always be shaved and blah, blah, blah. Like, it definitely is more intimate than that, and that's where that friendship comes from. Now, I also feel like this is the type of connection where you are gonna feel really grateful for this person, and they're gonna feel very grateful for you, because it could be quite literally connected to the fact that you might be going through some obstacles and challenges, or it could just be in connection to the fact that's like, finally, I found my person, and you're just kind of consumed with happiness and gratitude and, you know, all of that beautiful stuff. Again, there is this level of patience, so we will get into it in the extended when exactly this is gonna happen, but it does seem like there will be some patience required in manifesting this person completely. I think imagine also can represent like letting yourself imagine your wildest dreams, you know, not cutting yourself short in your manifestations of your future soulmate, future spouse. You know, don't be like, oh, they're gonna be, you know, average. If you can dream it, believe it, and achieve it, you can have it. Like I mean, it sounds ridiculous when you say it out loud, but I never thought I would manifest the person that I do have. I don't even know if I want to talk about it. It's such a funny like little detail, but it's just like, if I had seen him before we like actually officially met, and I was like, this is what my future person would look like. Like, I didn't think it would be him because I didn't know him and I thought it was like impossible, but I definitely felt like, you know, this person has every attribute and, you know, characteristic and of what I want in my person, and then it ended up being him, like exactly him. So shoot for the stars, I guess is what I'm trying to say. With serendipity, I definitely feel like you guys are gonna see a lot of signs emerging on this journey towards them. Again, you're very spiritual, you're very intuitive, you're gonna get downloads, you're gonna know when you're close, but at the same time, kind of a mind fuck, kind of a paradox. you're not going to know at all. So that's really interesting. So this person could really match your energy. They could be very angelic. They could be an old romantic at heart. They could be sort of this lover Don Juan type of person. They could be very spiritual and be a mystic. This is someone that you're going to really connect with on a spiritual level. Again, you guys are going to meet each other on the same level of ascension, maybe even the same level of spirituality, same level within your awakening, and you're going to grow together. So you don't have to master everything that you are to be with your person. I think that's another misconception, is that you have to be like this perfect person before you meet your soulmate. And it's like, okay, what? Some of the best relationships I've ever seen, they like literally grew together. So I definitely feel like this is someone who is going to really match your energy. Now, they could be a goddess like person. This could be a same-sex relationship, or you could be a male watching for a female, or it could even represent, if you're watching, for in hopes of the male, that they're kind of, bring out the goddess feminine energy within you. They make you feel really beautiful. They kind of have a very divine masculine polarization that really helps with your divine feminine. But I do feel like this is going to be a really gorgeous person, and it's going to almost feel like, is this person like too good to be true? Because they are so angelic and so spiritual and so like involved in you and such a lover at the end of the day. So I want to pull some tarot, and I want to thank Room Foes for this tarot deck. Thank you guys so much for getting me decks off my wish list. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I just cannot thank you guys enough for all of your love and all of your support. So we have the Nine of Wands to start. As I suspected, it's going to feel like an upward journey, an upward climb towards finding them. It's going to feel like this is taking forever. Just when you're about to topple, the Nine of Wands, 10 of Wands is all the sticks on his back, and he finally topples over and gives up. Just when you think you're about to give up on love, just when you think you're about to give up on all of this, that's when your person shows up. And coincidentally, it always does kind of happen that way. Like, I was like, I'm single, poor me. And then finally I was like, you know what? I'm single. I'm gonna take myself out on dates. I love being single. I love me. And then I met my person, and I was like, fuck. So there you go. But we have the Page of Pentacles. It is this beautiful opportunity that is gonna blossom. I think right away you're gonna know this person's intention because the bond is so strong. Like within your predestiny, this is something that was arranged and organized beforehand. So it's like, it's love at first sight type of vibe. Like, you're gonna meet them and you're gonna feel this instant comfortability with them, and you guys are gonna kind of pave that path right away with that Page of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Wands. So something about this person is really going to bring out your confidence. It's going to really make you feel, wow, we have the King of Wands too. Make you feel really goddess-like. Like I said, maybe this person is just really sees you. They just really see you for you, and that just makes you feel so confident and so loved and seen, so seen. You could be a Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, or have that in your chart, and they could be a Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, and have that in their chart, and there could be this beautiful fiery compatibility. Like I had mentioned earlier, there was like lots of reds, oranges, pinks, purples in the aura, in the vibe, and it could represent like your fiery, passionate nature towards each other. But you guys literally strike me as a type of couple that can represent a power couple, people that are gonna grow together, that look good together, that will continue to get better and look better. And it's like you guys are really going to build each other up, and there really is going to be this romance of a lifetime here with the Two of Cups. I think right away you're going to know this person's intention. When I talk about the journey towards each other, it could range from, like you guys might not realize that you're soulmates, to, ranging towards like, you guys met each other and knew right away. So it just really depends, but I feel like in your case, you guys are gonna know with that Page of Pentacles that there is something here that is solid, even if it's just that bond, because you guys already have such a solid friendship. There is definitely something to grow with. Now, I feel like you guys are really going to be a match made in heaven. This person could have brown eyes or hazel eyes. You guys could have blue eyes or it could be in reverse, but I feel like you guys will have just like different features. This person could be darker skinned, you could be lighter skinned, but there's like something about you guys that is opposites but still the same. And I think that's why I mentioned the word polarization. It just kind of popped up in my head. But there's this polarization to you guys with the Two of Cups merging together in this beautiful couple. And I think that you guys, like, if we're going ahead of ourselves, will make some beautiful babies. But I do think you guys could come from different racial backgrounds, different ethnicities and cultures. So that's really cool. So we're gonna pull some messages from Spirit, and then I'm gonna extend this and we're gonna talk about when this is gonna happen. We're gonna try and get some dates from the timeline cards. We're gonna talk about where, you know, like location wise, and whatever other details we can pull up in the extended. So let's get some messages from Spirit for you. We have strength. Strength comes from many sources. Staying strong brings confidence, conviction, and a balanced body, mind, and soul. Spirit has its own unique and beautiful way of replenishing your soul with strength on a continual basis. You're never really alone, and we're always with you. I really like that because if anything represents strength, it's the Queen and King of Wands to me, aside from the Strength Major Arcana card. But we have the Sun, which is ruled by Leo. Leo also ruling over that Strength card. So strength is said here without necessarily being here. But I think it's like when you're going through something, understand that your person is there. They might be on the other side of the world. They might not have manifested necessarily into your existence, but they're always with you, and you can connect with them spiritually through your crown chakra, through your third eye. You can connect with them and really like tap into their energy. Maybe you don't know them yet, but that doesn't mean that you can't make that connection. And we have love. Love is the foundation of your existence, and you are just as worthy of receiving as you are of giving love and compassion. While love can be a beautiful emotion, it is equally a form of energy that propels you through life. Ooh, yes. And look at this, these oranges, these reds, again with that beautiful, you know, coloration here. We have that Knight of Wands to start. So this is going to happen at a time where you're least expecting it, but make sure you're always simultaneously tapping into that energy when you see serendipitous signs. Know that it's not a coincidence, it's a sign. Maybe they're trying to tap into your energy. Maybe they're yearning for a love like you just as much as you're yearning for a love like them. But regardless, you guys, group number 1, this was so beautiful. Definitely meet me over in the extended. That is linked down below. In the meantime, however, stay safe, stay healthy. I love you. And I will see you guys in the extended. Hello, group number 2. Welcome. How are you? It's been a while. Okay, you guys. So ignore my nails that I don't have on, but like I have nails, but they're not like cute. Ignore that. We are going to get into it. We are going to be talking about your future spouse. So your future husband or wife. Group number 1 was so amazing. Group number 2 I know is going to be just as amazing. You guys have the option to extend. The extension is going to be all about location. Where are you meeting this person? And when? We're going to talk about the timeline. We're going to pull some timeline cards. And then I'm going to pull even more cards. I just decided we are going to just pull more, you know, love cards and see what kind of, you know, relationship is twin flame, soulmate, that kind of thing. And then I'm going to pull some self-care oracle in the extended as well. In this reading, we are going to be talking about your person, their characteristics, physical attributes. We're going to talk about your journey towards them and all that great stuff. So get cozy, get comfy, and let's get into it. All right. So if you chose this beautiful opal, this is for you. I'm going to start with your oracle as per usual. So to start, we have Triumph. Look how intense that is. Man. Maybe your person has long hair. Maybe you have long hair. We have transformation. And then pay attention to the numerology here, you guys. We have sacrifice. Beautiful. We have action. So lots of like I feel like we're in a Disney movie, like sacrifice, transformation, triumph, action. We have envy. humor, trust. For your archetype oracle, we have hero, heroine. We might be in a Disney movie. Shit. Because look at that. We have hero, heroine, triumph. That's super cool. Just slaying dragons. We have saboteur. We have shapeshifter. Sorry, I paused because I have this big window and I can see people walking their dogs. And it's really comforting to know that I'm not the only one that's frustrated by my dogs pooling. Someone else just snapped at their dog for pooling. Because I always feel like a bitch. And that's just me being an empath. Like, I don't like getting mad at animals, of all things. And so, sorry, it's totally side tangent. But I get so frustrated with Jackson because he's like a ridiculously ADD dog. And then I'm just like, oh my God, if someone saw me right now, they'd probably think I'm such a horrible person. But like, I just saw this guy get mad at his dog for doing the same thing. So I'm just feeling validated. All right, super not relevant to this unless it is relevant to it and you can relate. Hello, hi. We have shapeshifter, we have virgin, we have yang, so masculine energy, lots of like oomph here, you know? I don't know what other word there would have been for that. It's more like a sound, like a, yeah, like a, get it. And we have the fates. All right, you guys, remember two, what's happening here? Your person, your future spouse. I mean, if you're not the masculine that I'm picking up on, then they are. But this is definitely some rich divine masculine energy. This is someone who is action oriented. I'm talking earth placements, I'm talking fire placements, maybe even air placements, but this is someone who gets the job done. This is someone who is a leader. This is someone who is a unconventional. I'm thinking Aquarius, I'm thinking Sagittarius, but with the grounding moon elements of like a Capricorn, Taurus. You know what I'm saying? Like they have like the unconventionality of being different, but they have the backbone and the spine to like get something done, like effect and change and effect. I don't know why I'm saying all this, but maybe it's related. They could be in politics. I don't know. That's kind of a stretch. They could be an athlete for sure. They could just be tough type of person. Maybe they've had it tough and they've had to be tough. This is the type of person that is good with their hands. I'm picking up on a lot more details as far as like physicality than I did in group number one. I guess it really just depends on the messages I'm receiving. But even with yang and the imagery of hands, I just feel like this is a type of fucking person that could like climb a rock. Like climb a rock. Okay, go rock climbing, you know? With hero, heroine, this type of person that could build a house with their bare hands. You know what I'm saying? Like some Jake Gyllenhaal type of Notebook action shit here. I'm guessing this person's hilarious because I'm hilarious in this reading. I'm just kidding. I'm not that hilarious, but like I am cracking a lot of fucking dumb jokes. So I'm assuming I'm channeling their energy. This person, amongst being intense, is also very lighthearted, which is really super cool and funny. So they probably have a really light sense of humor. This is someone who really, you know, their intensity comes with the intention of doing the right thing and being a good person. This person just doesn't like how certain systems are in place and they want to shift them. They want to transform them. They want to, you know, and they don't take another thought about it. They'll sacrifice their own well-being. You know, this is the type of person that had like a single mom, like was raised by a single mom type of vibe. Like they have that empathicness, that sensitivity about the feminine, about feminine order and energy in the world and the universe, but they know their place and they're very masculine with the yang in their energy, and that they want to really empower people and make changes that are effective. They have this ability to see the potential in everything and everyone. And it could be a downfall, could have been a downfall. within their life. Maybe they gave chances to friends, you know, of theirs that didn't deserve it. At the same time, you will see this person, like, this person could be big, buff, strong, sexy, long hair, Aquaman type vibe, you know, but they might be hanging out with like a bald, chubby shorty who is their best friend. This person does not judge. They don't give a fuck. So they might have a really crazy range of friends. You know how like birds of a feather flock together, or we assume, and you'll see like a hot girl or hot guy and they're all with like semi-attractive people or whatever. This is the type of person that like, they might have a friend that's an old man or old woman. They might have a friend that's a toddler. Like, they don't give a fuck. They're just, they see the best in everybody. It could have been a downfall within their life, could still be a downfall. That's just kind of something I'm getting. This person has a very sharp jawline. They have really sharp facial features. They have really defined lips. They have a thick neck. That's just like a weird fucking thing I just said. But like, I'm looking at the horses. I'm getting just muscular. I'm seeing this person as very muscular. So they could take going to the gym and working out very seriously. They could be a virgin. I don't fucking know. I don't know if they're actually a virgin or if this is more so they are just literally pure-hearted in spirit. And it's hard to believe because of how they look. Like, it's the type of person that you would judge by the cover. You would assume they're maybe a douchebag, or you would assume that they're, you know, but they're just a big bear or a gentle giant. You know what I'm saying? They might be large and big and all these things, and it's like easy to assume that they're this tough macho type whatever, but they're actually just the sweetest thing ever. So that's kind of the characteristics I'm getting about this person. Now, like the journey towards them, I feel like you're going to meet this person at the precipice of your own transformation. Now, with trust and envy here, I'm getting that as like a dual meaning in that maybe you guys are a little pessimistic. There's a little cynicism here in love. Like, you're like, whatever. Like, you believe in it, you're spiritual, you're here. It's a tarot reading, you clicked on it. Obviously, you want to know. But at the same time, I think you guys, if you saw a douchebag like this, you would just be like, they're a douchebag. Like, you wouldn't really like give them the time of day. Or it could even be, not that you're judgmental, but just that you might have sort of a clouded version of what you deserve or what you can receive in life. Like, you might not assume that you can have it all. And what am I trying to say? Because I'm not trying to sound like a douche myself. Have it all. Like, okay, so there's like Jake Gyllenhaal, you know, and then there's like all the other men in the world. And you're like, there's no way I could be with a Jake Gyllenhaal. But that's just not true, like, at all. And I think it's that kind of requisite that you're like blocking manifestation, I mean, from happening because of that way of thinking, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And if you just shifted and changed that perspective, that perception of what you deserve, what you can receive, what can be, because you really can have it all. I tell people that all the time. Someday I will fucking have a TED Talk about that. You can have it all. Like, there is no limit, and it's not the sky. Like, there's just, you want the house, fine. You want the man, fine. You want him to look this way, fine. You want him to be this height, fine. You want the dog, you want this. You could have it all, but we put our own glass ceilings on ourselves. We put our own limitations on ourselves. We do it without knowing, because that's what we're taught in life. And I could just go on a completely side tangent about how our societal and governmental structure teaches us to be limiting in our beliefs. Oh, you can only make a wish on your birthday. Oh, you can only ask for a present on Christmas. You know, that's bullshit. I want to make a wish. I'll make a wish every fucking day of my life. So it's just, you don't have to look at yourself and be like, I only deserve this type. You don't need to do all that. You just need to be open to receiving whatever the fuck it is you want. Like if you truly think Aquaman is super sexy, then you can get Aquaman, you know? Like, so I guess what I'm trying to say is you're gonna meet this person when you decide to transform that belief system within yourself. Because they are going to dismantle this belief system because they do look a certain way. And they are perceived a certain way by people, and people are wrong. People are wrong about this person. They assume that they're this way, and that's not true. That's not true. They could be dorky, they could be hilarious, they could be sweet as pie. And they might have trouble. You guys might have parallel journeys, and this is very twin flame energy here. They might have parallel problems themselves where they can't seem to find a mate or a girl or a person or whatever because people don't talk to them, or they're scared of them, or they avoid them, or maybe they only receive assholes themselves, or shit like that. So it's just like you guys are really gonna end up being so perfect for each other. So yeah, let me pull some of your tarot. Making sure we're in frame still. Thank you so much, Roomfos, for this deck. Thank you guys so much for sending me tarot decks and oracle decks off my wish list. I just updated my wish list because so many freaking decks came out recently and I'm over fucking whelmed by them. If you guys wanted to gift me a deck, I would be so grateful, but among that, I would love to do something in return for you. So definitely, check out the link down below or hit me up in some sort of way, but I love you and I appreciate you. All right, so we have death to start. Major Arcana. What is death all about? Transformation. And not just transformation, but the other side of transformation as well. Right now, we just passed death season. We're now in Sagittarius season, which feels really good and triumphant and optimistic. And it's perfect for the saboteur energy. But death here, it's like, it seems like everything is bleak in the midst of the transformation. Everything is dead, but it's this really just beautiful emergence of the phoenix rising from the ashes here. So I definitely feel like there is this triumphant kind of energy upon meeting this person. We have Temperance, and it's so cool because Temperance is the one getting the butterfly imagery, not death. And usually we have death get the butterfly imagery because butterflies represent transformation here. So amidst this transformation, you probably are going to meet this person. We're going to confirm that in the extended. And it's a transformation within yourself. It's a transformation within how you perceive love and what you deserve to receive. We have the Knight of Wands. The Nine of Wands in reverse. And the High Priestess. Wow. And the Magician. I just couldn't help it. So we're pulling a lot of cards. Okay. We're gonna pull even more in the extended, but I'm gonna start with this spread. So that Knight of Wands is like curiosity. It's like, it's going out into the world. It's deciding to put yourself in the dating world. It's deciding to, venture out, and it's a spark of passion. And I feel like that spark of passion is on the other side of this transformation. It's on the other side of, your perceptions, your limitations, your belief system. And I don't know why I keep saying that. I'm not really even trying to call you guys out, but I am just getting a lot of messages about it. And it's not a bad thing that you are this way, because skepticism and cynicism protects us. It's just that you might miss this beautiful, perfect thing that is so meant for you to be your future spouse because of that mentality. And if you just step out of your own way, they could be right there. So we have the Knight of Wands in reverse. It's about challenges that are in place right now that are seemingly difficult, that may be dismantled amongst this shift. We have the High Priestess, just a renewal of downloads and spirituality and just understanding is going to be present. Your intuition is going to be at its peak right as you meet this person. And then we have the Magician. So once you step out of your way mentally, you are going to meet this person, you're going to manifest them. You're going to manifest each other, essentially, because maybe right now you're on parallel journeys. Parallel journeys meaning maybe this person has to step out of their own way and their own perception. Maybe they think girls suck or the dating world sucks. And like, you know, you're both have had enough with the same old, and you guys are looking for each other. But I feel like this is going to be triumphant. And I also feel like this person is going to, you know, in a way, you guys are going to save each other from yourselves. And I'm not saying that's what love is for, and I'm not saying that's what marriage is for, but I am saying that in this particular journey with each other, I do feel like you guys will really fill in the blanks here and help each other heal, help each other make different choices, and help each other grow in ways that you never thought that you would grow before. This is a part of your fate and that your destiny to meet this person. And now it's time to get into a more masculine energy and take, you know, action on this, take some sort of, you know, stance, whether that's going out more with the 9 of Wands and exploring, or whether that's just shifting perspective mentally and spiritually. But I do feel like you are going to start to see more synchronicities around the time where you are going to meet this person. So let's pull some messages from spirit, and then we're going to extend this. In the extension, we are going to talk about, we're going to pull some timeline cards and talk about like when you are going to meet this person. We're going to talk about location, where, and hi, cutie. And we're going to pull some more love cards. We're going to try and define, is this a twin flame relationship, soulmate, that kind of thing, and some self-care oracle. Oh, you're so sleepy right now. You're being cute. You're being cute. All right, so we have let go. See, fall season is really what I'm getting. Once you let go of the outcome, you'll be able to release all the emotional constraints that have held you back in the past. Trust in the higher good and guidance of spirit. There's that trust card. I accept my inner voice will always guide me correctly. High Priestess. As we have only your best intentions at heart and will do everything in our power to protect you. Death is not just about transformation, but it's about the precipice before transformation. It's about letting something go, having and putting a death to something that no longer serves you. Synchronicity. Are you noticing the signs of synchronicity that the spirit world has been sending to you at this time? People and situations in your life are not just appearing by coincidence. In reality, they're being guided to you from spirit, from the spirit world, to help you for a specific reason. Really cool. Magician. You guys might be seeing feathers. You know, you might be seeing synchronistic numbers, maybe even butterflies, an imagery of butterflies, maybe even birds, hawks, things like that. So this is really interesting. Maybe even cats randomly like crossing your path, that kind of thing. So this is really beautiful and really faded at the same time. Group number 2, I love you so much. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to extend this, and that is linked down below. In the meantime, however, stay safe, stay healthy. I love you, and I'll see you in the extended. Hello, group number 3. Welcome. How are you? It's been a while. If you chose the white aventuring, this is for you. We're going to be talking about your future spouse, your future husband or wife. I love this topic. I love love. Super excited about it. And you will have the option to extend. The extension is going to be the deets. It's going to be when. We're going to pull timeline cards, figure out when this is happening, where. We're going to try and figure out the location or at least the setting. And then we're going to pull like what kind of relationship is this? A soulmate, twin flame, that kind of thing. We're going to pull some self-care. But in this reading, we are going to talk about this person's physical characteristics, their personality, who they are, your journey towards each other, and all that great stuff. So sit tight, relax, get cozy, and let's get into it. So as per usual, I'm going to start with Oracle. We have partnerships and alliances. So try to pay attention, you guys, to the numerology in the decks. We have positive movement forward. We have light, patience, door to spirit, yin and yang, imagination, acceptance, forgiveness. Okay, for your archetype or all right, group number 3. Sorry about that. It said we were recording up to like 10 minutes. I was talking, and I have low storage in my phone, so it ended up saying that only 1 minute was recorded, and these cards are already laid out. So I'm just gonna, I took back the tarot cards because we'll pull those again, but I'm just gonna kind of highlight the rest of the cards and what I was saying. So for your archetype, we have seeker, mentor, guide, divine. I mean, it just goes without saying, we have higher power and poised. It goes without saying that this is a very spiritual connection. And it's not to say that the others aren't spiritual. Every single connection is unique in some sort of way and can be defined as spiritually unique. But it just seems like the journey towards this person and who this person is really connects to your spirituality. They could be older than you by 5, 10, 15 years. This is someone who is at a different place mark in their ascension process than you are. Now, I would cancel out this person being a twin flame, although it's still a possibility. But you guys aren't going to have parallel journeys necessarily. I do feel like this person will know more than you do and probably be a little wiser than you, which is why you would consider this person a guide and a mentor. But I feel like there is this partnership here and this duality, this opposites attract, this yin and yang. So, you know, what they bring to the table might not necessarily be the same as you, and you guys are really going to fill in those gaps for each other. I feel like this person is someone who is very innocent and pure in their heart. They are probably very philanthropic, someone who does volunteer, someone who cares a lot for others. This person could be a teacher, they could be a writer, they could be like a author. This is someone who does care about other people's healing. They do care about teaching other people. They are truth seekers. And I think they're going to be very attracted to the fact that you guys are very similar and you're the same way. There is a lot of patience required in manifesting this person into your reality. And I do feel like this is going to be a manifestation because it is very guided spiritually by a higher power, by spirit, that you guys meet. It's almost predestined. The reason why I say there's going to be patience is because there is still a lot of healing work that needs to be done in group number 3. And a part of that healing work can also be forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. So some of you guys could have gone through some tough relationships, toxic relationships, friendships, family memberships, that kind of thing. And it's important to get into a more divine energy, a more light-centered energy, because you want to be the energy that you want to attract. So if you want to attract this kind of person, then you need to be in that kind of energy where this person is a light worker, they are a guide, they are a mentor, they are seeking the truth, they are already there at this, you know, process. And I think it's going to be very similar for you guys in that in order to manifest them truly and be ready for them, you'll have to be in that energy. Now, with yin and yang, there is a duality here of masculine and feminine energy. You could be divine feminine, they could be divine masculine, vice versa. And that's not talking about gender. It doesn't matter what your gender is. You could be 2 males and have a duality like this. But it is talking about how wherever you're at right now, if you're in a energy of doing things and being very action oriented, then this person is probably in an energy of receiving and being in a more feminine energy, or it could be vice versa. But wherever you're at, to channel that energy so that you can find the opposite of that. So if you're in yin energy, you want to channel that so you can find yang energy, or vice versa. I feel like, you know, some of you have tried actively manifesting your future spouse, your future soulmate, this person. And some of you haven't even dabbled with that. And whether you have or you haven't, just know that this is a part of your destiny already. It's meant for you. It will come for you. But don't be afraid to imagine what this person may be like, what they might look like, what they might seem like when you might meet. Don't be afraid to fantasize about those things, because you are creating a reality just through your thoughts. And Spirit is really ready for you guys to change your direction or change your path towards this, because ultimately, since this person is so spiritual and so wise, they are going to help you fulfill your own life purpose and your destiny. Not every single marriage and not every single relationship is part and parcel of someone's like life purpose, but it seems like yours is, group number 3. So the more that you head towards this person, the more that you head towards the light. It seems like overall really positive movement forward. This person could come from a completely different cultural or religious background than you. I definitely see the differences. I feel like this person could come from a completely different country and just custom than you. Like, you guys have different traditions, different customs. So let me pull some tarot cards. We have the Magician, yeah. So this is definitely going to be a product of you actively manifesting this person. We have the Ace of Cups. It's like the more you seek out spirituality, the more that this will come for you. I don't know what this card is, but it just kind of came out. It symbolizes like the different chakras. I'm like, how is this related to this deck? Because if it had like, it doesn't really have dots in it, if you know that, what I'm saying. Huh, interesting. I'm just gonna put that to the side. But this is definitely a love that is meant for you. We have the Ace of Cups here. 6 of Wands, victory. You could already be seeing a lot of synchronicities with the Magician. You could be seeing feathers. You could be seeing like eyes, or like that kind of symbolism of third eyes. You could see elephants, different animals, just things that you are repeatedly seeing. It's very synchronistic and not that coincidental. But yeah, I do feel like this is definitely someone, and here's the thing, this person is so actively spiritual that they could be manifesting you. And this could be sort of a tale about how you guys manifested each other. They probably come to tell you that they waited a long time to meet you, that they have been wanting to meet you, that they've been ready for you their whole life. So this, upon meeting each other, is going to be an instantaneous romance. There is going to be love there. You know, group number 2 is more of like a development. Hello, group number 4. Welcome. All right, so if you chose this crystal, this is for you. We're going to be talking about your future spouse. How are you guys? It's been a while. So I'm going to hope that my video records and doesn't give me issues. I've been having issues with storage all day. So as per usual, we are going to start with your oracle. We're going to be talking about your future spouse, your future husband or wife, and we're going to talk about their characteristics, what they look like, physicality, your journey towards each other, personality, and you will have the option to extend. The extension is going to be location, where you're going to meet, how you're going to meet, and it's going to be like also timeline. We're going to pull timeline cards, and we're going to kind of define the relationship, like what kind of relationship is this. So let's start with your oracle. We have firm foundation, victory and success, base chakra, cornucopia, adjacent possibilities, appreciation, health, peace, purpose for your archetype, monk, nun, Midas, miser, advocate, Don Juan, soulmates, and observer. Okay, let me make sure we are in frame. So group number 4, your future spouse. I definitely feel like this person is a very solid person. This is someone who's very focused on their foundation, on their abundance. This is someone that you might meet upon them building a career, purchasing a house, making a big stride within their own life. This is someone who's very healthy. They could be very healthy, very fit, very muscular. They could be upon their own healing. This is someone who's very successful, very abundant. We have Midas, everything they touch turns to gold. Cornucopia, abundance. I mean, it's like you're gonna be meeting this person at their prime. Their prime in physically how they look, their prime in emotionally how they're available, and just spiritually, I think. So this person is definitely in their prime when you meet them. And without saying, I mean, we have soulmates here. This person could definitely be a soulmate of yours. This is someone who is very to the ground. You know, we in the spiritual world, especially in tarot, we have a lot of people that are in the air. They're very third eye and crown chakra based. This person is very root chakra based. They might not be as spiritual as you, to be honest. They could have a spiritual element, but they might not know about tarot. Like they could have their own spiritual practice. They could practice gratitude. They could meditate, but they might not necessarily know about the occult. So you're going to definitely fill in the blanks for this person, and they're going to be very interested in what you do and who you are spiritually. This person is very inspiring. They want to be around people who live their best life. They want you to be around, you know, they want you to be living your best life. Like this person is inspired by those who build them up, that make them feel like inspired and healthy and motivated. They want to be around other people that bring them up. And so they might surround themselves by successful people. They might surround themselves by people who are wealthy or at a level in which they want to be at. This person is very success driven. They are very self-sufficient. They want to be whatever definition of success is to them. At the same time, because they are so driven, it can be hard for them to slow down. It can be hard for them to measure their own sense of peace and serenity. It could be hard for them to appreciate all that they have. And this might be a challenge that they are constantly working on. You know, people who are constantly striving for the best, but then they like forget that how far they've come and like what they've done. I need to pull some tarot. Chariot, yeah, they're always on to the next. Moving forward is their thing. This person is a romantic at heart. They are definitely someone that wears their heart on their sleeve. They're very intuitive themselves. They're very sensitive themselves. Hierophant, look at these 3 major arcana. Like I said, they're very hardworking. They're very committed to success and to bettering themselves. They're committed to their own spiritual practice, whether that's just, you know, working out or drinking tea and reading a book or meditating. They take their independence very seriously. We have the Star. This person could have a level of fame to them. I mean, I was definitely seeing that, but the Star clarifies that. So this person could be in the limelight in some sort of way. They could be a famous actor or musician or just influencer type person. Queen of Pentacles. I think that this person has a lot of masculine energy or a lot of feminine energy, whichever one. But they are looking for their kind of opposite. I do think that they are reserving themselves for their soulmate. I do think that this person is a lot more endearing and sensitive and observant than people notice them as, because they're so action oriented and they're in this masculine energy all the time. They might be written off as someone who couldn't possibly have deep emotions and desires and feelings, but they do. This is someone who, like I said, is looking for their mate, but they're looking for their equal in that, you know, they want to be with someone who challenges them to be better, and they want to be with someone who has built their own solid foundation, who is just as hardworking as them, just as career oriented as them, because they want to be with someone that appreciates what they have made for themselves. Maybe in the past they've had issues with people not appreciating them. But I do feel like it is a part of your purpose to meet someone like this, to be with someone like this, because it is going to even help you guys move forward and better yourself. This is a very motivated relationship. This is a kind of like couple goals where you guys like could build an empire together, like Jay-Z and Beyonce type vibes. So I definitely feel like there is a lot of power couple vibes here, but it's also very spiritual at the same time, in that it's a part of each other's destiny to meet, and you're like well on your way towards meeting. You guys could be from completely different racial backgrounds, different ethnicities. This person could be just completely opposite of you as far as looks. This person is very loyal. They are very down to earth. They are very kind-hearted, and they are very intuitive. Like I said, they're spiritual in their own way. This person has gone through a lot, and so what you might meet them as may seem like they have it made, that they just have, you know, they're the Don Juan. It's just like the spotlight. They're in the spotlight and everything seems perfect about them, but they have had a difficult past, and I feel like that's something that you could really relate to in regards to this person. This person is very enlightened. You know, they could be very smart, very educated. I also feel like, you know, as far as their goals, they really do want a family. They really do want like kids, and you could be meeting this person at a point where they've been single for a really long time, and it's not that they don't have options, because I do feel like they have a lot of options, but it's like they're not entertaining those options because they feel like they have a bigger purpose, and they feel like they'll have this feeling that they've met the one. Like they truly are looking for their soulmate. So for Spirit's message for you, we have trust and synchronicity. While your logical mind is dictating a supposedly clear direction, your soul's inner guidance is urging you to follow an alternative path. The logical path may be one that you consider safe and more familiar, but you could be missing out on boundless opportunities and so much more. Then we have synchronicity. Are you noticing the signs of synchronicity that the spirit world has been sending to you at this time? People and situations in your life are not just appearing by coincidence. In reality, they're being guided to you from spirit world to help you for a specific reason. So there's a purpose to meeting this person. Obviously, this is a future spouse reading, so like maybe part of that purpose is like you're going to marry them and you're going to be in a marriage with them. But I feel like aside from that, the purpose also represents, you know, you guys growing together and evolving together, and this is something that you have to trust. Especially if this is like someone who is famous, maybe you know of them, maybe you don't, or upon meeting them, you're like, yeah, there's no way, like, but there is, and this is Spirit's way of saying like anything is possible if you trust, if you believe. I think the same thing goes for this person. You guys have a similar skepticism about love and your approach to it, but you both yearn for it at the end of the day. And I think that you guys are going to kind of equally meet in the middle and find your peace and purpose. So this is really beautiful. And in the extended, we are going to pull some timeline cards, talk about when this is happening, talk about where you could be meeting location wise. What kind of relationship is this? We'll define what kind of soulmate relationship this is, and we'll pull some self-care oracle. That is all in the extended. In the meantime, however, stay safe, stay healthy. I love you, and I will see you guys there.